You've heard the number, right? 10,000 hours to become an expert. Years and years to get fluent in a language. But what if I told you that whole idea is just a myth? A really popular myth, for sure, but one that's actually holding you back. Yeah, it's not just wrong, it's complete nonsense. The fastest learners on the planet, they're not some kind of super geniuses. Nope. They just have a better system. And it's a system built on 3 super simple tricks that can cut your learning time by like 80%. So let's get into it. Okay, trick number 1. This is the big one. This is the secret weapon of every single super learner out there. And you know what? It's also the exact spot where most people give up before they even really start. Why? Because they try to learn everything. The smart way to do it, you've got to find that secret 20%. So you've probably heard of the 80-20 principle, right? It's this wild idea that shows up everywhere. And it turns out it's a total game changer for learning any skill. Basically, just 20% of what you learn, that tiny little slice, is going to give you 80% of your results. The other 80%? It's mostly just noise, stuff you can pick up way later. The real key, the secret, is finding that powerful 20% and just hammering away at that first. And here's a perfect example. Think about learning to play the guitar. It seems impossible, right? There are thousands of chords to learn. But get this, if you just master 4 specific chords, you can suddenly play something like 80% of all popular songs. Isn't that crazy? So while most people are stuck for months learning all these obscure chords they'll probably never even use, the smart learner is already playing actual music in just a few weeks. All right, so you found your crucial 20%. Awesome. You're not wasting time on all that extra fluff anymore. But now the question is, how do you actually practice that 20% to get results as fast as possible? Well, that brings us right to trick number 2, the drill down method. And this is where you see a huge split between how average people learn and how super learners do it. Your average learner, they'll just practice the whole thing over and over and over again. They're practicing the stuff they're already good at and the stuff they're bad at. But a super learner, they do something totally different. They find their single weakest spot, that one thing that's tripping them up, and they drill only that until it's automatic. Let's make this super practical. Let's say you're trying to get better at public speaking, and you keep noticing that people's eyes are glazing over. The slow way is to practice the entire speech again. No. The drill down method says, figure out what's holding you back. Is it your eye contact? Okay, then you're going to practice just making eye contact with people for 30 seconds straight. That's it. You're targeting the exact thing holding you back, and because of that, you're going to improve insanely fast. So you've got your critical 20%, and you're drilling down on these tiny bite-sized pieces. But now, how do you get that stuff to actually stick in your brain, so you don't forget it a day later? Well, that's our final trick. And this is a powerful little protocol that's actually used in medical schools to train surgeons, so it's got to be good. And the protocol itself is so simple, it's beautiful. It's just 3 steps. First, C1. That means you watch someone who's an expert do that one little micro skill you're working on. Don't even take notes, just watch. Second, do 1. Right away, immediately, you try it yourself. But here's the 3rd step, and this is the magic one that almost everyone skips. Teach 1. Seriously. The second you have to explain how to do it to somebody else, your brain is forced to lock it in on a whole new level. It has to make sense of it, organize it. It's just a totally different, deeper way of learning. So these 3 tricks, they're not just separate ideas. They're actually part of a single, powerful system. When you put them all together, you got a repeatable blueprint for mastering pretty much anything. So here it is. This is your rapid learning system. Step 1, find that crucial 20% that delivers 80% of the goods and just ignore everything else for now. Step 2, drill down. Find your weakest little piece of that 20% and practice only that. And finally, step 3, lock it all in. See 1, do 1, and teach 1. That's it. That's the whole shebang. And look, this system is incredibly powerful. You can seriously learn faster than you ever imagined. But, and this is a big but, there's a catch. There's this one hidden problem that can make every bit of this hard work completely useless. So what's the catch? It's this number right here. Research shows that most of us, we forget up to 90% of new information within 1 week. 1 week. Just think about that. All that effort, all that focused practice could just vanish into thin air. It's kind of terrifying when you think about it. Which really brings us to the most important question of all, doesn't it? What is the point of learning this fast if you're just going to forget everything anyway? It's like pouring water into a leaky bucket. So, how do we plug those leaks? How do we make sure what we learn actually sticks? Well, that is a huge challenge, and it's exactly what we're going to break down in our next explainer.